The goal is natural on all four sides of In the Image Clothing Company. Okay. But yeah, really, when we have an oversized top, well, really just meaning this is the case. This whole video, it's awesome to document. Okay. An oversized top will just pull down on our shoulders because the material of the clothing just won't move where the body's shoulder joint moves, because the material of the clothing is trying to move at its own joint. And so if the joint of the edge of our shoulders clothing material is just farther off to the outside of our shoulders than where our shoulders bones join, well, it'll pull down on our shoulders because it just will. It'll just be in the way. The oversized top will fall off the edge of the shoulder. Now the joint of the top material is part of the way down the upper arm bone. So the upper arm bone tries to move where it connects up here to the other two bones of the shoulder, the collarbone called clavicle and the scapula called shoulder blade. And the joint of the material of clothing that's surrounding the shoulder and really now surrounding the upper arm bone is part of the way down the upper arm bone. And so just trying to work with your shoulder is going to try to work around the joint of the oversized top, and it'll just drop your shoulder. But these upper trapezius muscles, one of the three muscles of the shoulder, to support our bodies vertically with Earth's vertical gravity pulled down on them, they need to be able to come up. I mean, picture this. You see this joint, how it's quite nicely very close to the edge of my shoulder here. If I try to reach my right arm here up and across my body to the left side, the joint of my right sleeve meeting just the top material here is right about exactly where the bones of my shoulder are joining. And so as my upper arm bone comes up and meets the collarbone and the scapula, okay, yeah, the upper arm bone called humerus, the collarbone called clavicle, the shoulder blade called scapula, as these bones are meeting here, if I try to take my right arm and reach it up and across the left side of my body, where the bones of my shoulder will move need to be as exact, really, as we can have, be the same location where the joints of our clothing meet, at our edge seam of our top. That's why I say tops are like a cage for the shoulders. As the founder of In the Image Clothing Company, me, Evan Strong, just imagine just a nice caging imagery happening of the clothing item that is our top, just stopping right at the very edges of our shoulders. Because watch, I'll reach my right arm up and across my body to the left side, and that joint of the edge seam of my top is just about exactly, in this case of this shirt that I'm wearing here, and this undershirt underneath it as well, fits just about the exact same for me currently. It's right about exactly where my shoulder bones join. And so I can move my shoulder up. And what's doing this? Well, the upper trapezius, you can probably see it fairly well in this video. I don't know what position to put my shoulders or head or neck in to really have it be shown the best, so you can just see the outline of the muscle, so you can see what I'm talking about. But it connects from the top of the shoulder blade up to the neck, okay, the spine of the neck, the cervical spine, all the way along the whole spine of the neck, and then to the very base of the rear of the skull in the center. These are the upper trapezius muscles, the outline of them. I'll show it with my fingers. They pull up, okay? Sorry, Dante. Good dog. Okay. That wore me out more than anything else I've done in this video. I don't know why. Turning around and doing that, I think just because it's such a big deal, like I'm saying, it's about the documentations. The 1st of May, 2026. Clothing's effect on the upper trapezius. Okay, In the Image Clothing Company's main side. Yeah, these muscles, they pull the shoulders up. The upper third of the shoulders trapezius muscles, okay? Now, this is just the point, is gravity, okay? And also just joints of material meshing with joints of body parts.